Hello everybody. Angie here. I'm coming on to do my weekly make for my challenge here on YouTube, hashtag 1 to 6 picks challenge. Each week I'm rolling a single die. Whatever number that die lands on, we're choosing that amount and number of prompts, and we're doing a make with it. Anything of our choosing. We're going to get right into this because this piece has a lot of layers, and I don't want to keep you guys too long, but I hope you guys stick around to the end and see the finished product. Okay, we are on week 31, and the prompts, I rolled a number 6 last week, and the prompts are tall, teacup or teapot, coffee, furniture, beach, and balloon. Now if you look at those prompts, immediately something came to mind, so I really had to do some digging and find some pieces that would work and complement one another. Okay, I thought of a picnic. All right, so we are going to make a collaged picnic scene with a little piece of a digital that I had found, and here it is right here. And I think that's very pretty. Just a scene of a beach shore with a towel. Looks like a lady's been reading along the beach side and took a break and wandered off, maybe went for a walk or something. But we're going to be using this as the main substrate here, and we're going to build off of that. I have a lot of pieces. I have this little skinny piece of paper here. I don't know, I just like the color, thought maybe that could come in handy for something. Along cutting out some pieces, I found this rope. It came from a repackaged shopping bag. I grabbed that for some reason, and we're going to be using this die. It's of a hot air balloon, and it's got some clouds, so I die cut several of those out prior to turning on the video camera, save some time. So we're going to be using that, and here are all the pieces, and I cut them out in a few different colors of scrap. I had this brown piece of scrap, I had this green piece of scrap, and then I had a piece of scrapbook page to see which one I liked and which one would look the best. I didn't want too much of the same colors. I really like this brown, but I don't want too much of the same color in it, just to kind of everything to blend. I want everything to kind of pop off the page. And then the green one, I thought, oh, it's nice, and I like the sturdiness of the paper because I cut it out in a piece of cardstock, but I don't know, I just wasn't really feeling it. So then I found the piece of books page, and I cut it out, and I really like that. Okay, and I didn't glue it down very well, so let's fix that real quick while we're talking. So I cut that out, and rather than use the whole piece of book page, I layered some of the inlet inside pieces, the layering pieces, little cutouts there, with these pieces. Okay, and here's all my bits here. All right, so then I've got some different colored clouds. I've got the different colored pieces, so I laid the brown in there, and then I popped a little piece of the white, or I'm sorry, the green in the bottom. Okay, and I kind of like the way that looks, but I think that it needs a little ink around the edges. So real quick, before I change my mind, because I do tend to do that, we're gonna put a little ink around the edges. And I could bring in another color, like a blue or something, maybe to go with the sky, but I have vintage photo right here handy, so we're just gonna use that. We're just having a fun play, no worries, no stress. Okay, so there's that. And like I said, I've got several different colored clouds, and I've got some little fussy cut pieces that we'll talk about here in just a minute. Now I had this little lightweight chipboard piece of a blimp, I don't know what you call those, but it's a balloon as well, but it's got a little tear right there. I first was going to use that and maybe just cover that up, but I got this idea, so we're going to be using that instead. So here's all my extra little bits, and I think I will try to use some of the clouds if I can, since we've got a nice scene going on. Hopefully I can build upon that. So let's flip these right side up. So as we're working on this, I doubt I'll use a green cloud in the sky, so we can get that out of the way. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that little bit. Okay, and then I fussy cut some other pieces for the prompts. It says teacup or teapot and coffee, and I've got all those here. The teapot, teacup, and we've got coffee here, as well as not only do I have a cup of coffee here in this little fussy cut piece, I backed this balloon with coffee dyed paper. Okay, can you see that? So that's coffee as well. So kind of how you interpret the prompts is completely up to you guys. Then I fussy cut this, and these just came out of a collage digital that I had. And then I fussy cut this cute little picnic table setting here. And we're gonna build off of this and make a really pretty romantic picnic scene, okay? So let's see what we can do. And one of the prompts are tall, and as a matter of fact, let's start there because that's the one thing that I'm just really not 100% sure of. This has a lighthouse in the background, but because it's such a far distance, it doesn't look tall. But we all know lighthouses are pretty tall. So I grabbed another piece of scrap and I just cut it like kind of a shape of a lighthouse. And we're gonna build on that lighthouse and cover that up, okay? So let's start there. So what I was thinking, how's everybody doing, by the way? Hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing good. So we're gonna cut a little line right at the ocean where the, oops, let me see. Yeah, that's good enough. Where the lighthouse meets the water. And I was thinking of cutting that lighthouse out. So I'm gonna bring that a little bit closer to my face, just a little bit. Try to stay in frame as much as I can so you can see what I'm doing. My hands might get in the way, but I wanna cut this lighthouse out. And we're gonna use that. Now I may lose some of the detail, but we're gonna know that it's a lighthouse, okay? Because you see the picture. You gotta work with what we've got. Now this particular challenge is meant to challenge you, but challenge you in a way of using things that you already have that maybe you haven't used or touched or picked up in a long time. Not necessarily anything that you have to go out and buy. Get creative with it, guys, okay? Don't feel like, oh, geez, I don't have those things. I mean, just get creative. See what see where your mind takes you and what you can come up with. Like this particular little thing here, you know. I was trying to think of what was going to work for me for tall, and I was like, lighthouse, ding, 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 and a bell just went on. Came on for me, okay? So, well, that's about the best I can do there. Okay, so hopefully I don't lose that little guy. Now, what I was thinking is that would serve as kind of like the top portion of the lighthouse. And that's where I brought this piece in. And I'm going to glue that. You know what? I think I'm going to do it the other way. I'm going to put it on the back. And we're just going to use the little top portion of the lighthouse peeking out. Like that. Let me grab some scissors. And then we're just going to cut this down like that. Okay, and I know Lighthouse has, you know, the windows, and let me see if I have a pencil here. Oh, I guess I could use a pen. I'm just gonna lightly, and I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Just gonna draw some squares to look like they're windows. Yep. This pen to work. Maybe put a couple tall windows. Just a little something to dress it up, nothing too much. Then we'll throw a little ink on that. And then we're going to slide this down behind and adjust the height to where I want it. Well, if I can get it in. All right, there we go. And that's going to sit like that. And we want it tall because the prompt is tall, so we'll put it like that. May not be the best Lighthouse, but we know what it is, right? Okay, just having fun, guys. Having fun. All right, and that's going to go right down like that. Our modified Lighthouse. I love it. Okay, now we're going to build a picnic scene, and that's where these little things come in. And I thought we'd just cover up these pieces. We're going to make our own scene. And just bring a little bit of brown so it'll sit off the page a little bit better. Okay, I think this is bigger, so we'll cover her hat and glasses right there. I think we'll do that. Okay. And I'm going to have to not put the whole thing on the page because I think I want the little book to be showing a little bit. I don't want to cover that up. Can't go on a picnic without a nice, good book, right? Okay. Very nice. That just looks like a nice little blanket or something. Towel on the beach. And then this. She has, or maybe he has. He's making a nice romantic picnic for the two of them. There are some romantic men out there, aren't there? I think there are. Don't run across them too often, though. Okay. And we're going to put this right here. Doesn't that look like just a lovely scene? Oh, I would just love to be there. Yes, I would. Okay, we're gonna put that, I'm not gonna glue that down yet. Okay, so then we're gonna put that right about there. Okay, now, let's see. Well, yeah, I'm gonna put it down. Put a little glue stick. Now I just had a thought. Talking about a couple's little getaway. This is an actual little getaway. I like to make a story when I can on collages. I like to create like a little story. It's kind of fun. So, they're having a little romantic getaway. I mean, summer's over. We're coming into the fall. Or summer, should I say summer's about over. We're going into fall. And they want to have a nice little romantic getaway on the beach. Picnic getaway before the weather changes. So how are they going to get to this destination? They're going to use a hot air balloon. How romantic is that? Okay. They're going to come in on a hot air balloon and drop right down to their romantic setting. Yes, I like that. Or maybe I should put it over here. There's a lot of blank space over here. But they can't land in the ocean, right? They've got to land on, come down on land. So yeah, it only makes sense to put it on that side. Okay. Don't want it too close to their little area, so I'm going to put it right there. I'll have to cut that little piece off. Yes, I like that. Okay, and then I was thinking the clouds. We could use some of the clouds. But now for that, I think I do want to bring in something other than brown. So hold on just a second. Okay. I grabbed, just for a couple different colors, I grabbed tumble glass and pickled raspberry. So let's see which clouds would look best. Put a couple clouds in the sky. Maybe we could use one of each. I like the layering. Have a little cluster of clouds there. Okay. Let's use a little tumble glass around the edges of those. And I'll put it kind of on it as well, not cover it completely, but put a little in there. A little more into that. Try and soften that up a little bit. Okay. And let's put those down. We're getting into the end of the day. Clouds are starting to roll in. Yes, I like that. Okay. And I think we'll do the pink around the edges. Now this was just printed on regular copy paper, so it's very flimsy. So we need to back this on something. And I have a piece of recycled packaging here that I thought would make a good sturdy backing. Right here, I think it came from a pack of t-shirts, if I'm correct. Okay, so let's move the rest of this out of the way. Well, it fits perfectly this way. So let's just do that. I would prefer to put it on this side. You know what, let's just go for it. I was thinking because of these little tears here, but I'm not even gonna worry about that. Okay, all right, let's get the glue. And I'm gonna put this down. Here. Center it, just like that. Okay, I like that. Now I was trying to think of what I want to make this. We could make it a journal card. We could make it just, you know, put it down on a journal page as a nice little scene. But I think I want to make this into a notepad. Quick and easy little notepad that we can include into our journals. So I found a few pieces just of cut-offs of printer paper. When you print something in a smaller size, you have these little cut-offs. I like to make little notepads out of these. Oh, but it's not the same size. Ah, I didn't think about that. Well, can I cut it down? Not really. I could cut away a little bit of the bottom here, which really is not necessary, and a little bit up at the top, and we can still make it, I think. Oh, and it's just about the right size. Okay, so let's, I don't know where my score pad is, my scoring board is, so I'm gonna use the edge of my desk. And I'm going to score this and fold it down. And I'm going to give it just like a 1/8 of an inch for the papers. I'm not measuring, I'm just using the edge of my desk right like that. Okay, and then we're going to actually, there's not very many pieces of paper, so I don't really need that much room. Okay, so let's cut that down. My brain's just kind of working as we're going here, guys, so hang in there with me. All right, so we're going to have to cut away some from the bottom. And let's see if that's enough. I don't want to lose my images. I don't want to lose my balloon. So we're going to go right there. And a little bit more off the bottom. for me. So that's like right at 5 inches. I'm gonna try and straighten this up a little bit. It's kind of crooked. All right, there we go. Isn't that cute? Nice little scene. I like it. All right. And then I'm just going to staple this in, I think. If it will fit. Nope, we're gonna have to sew it real quick. Let me grab my needle and thread. Just take a second. All right. I'm just gonna make a really cute, quick notepad. All right, so let's center that. And use my pokey tool. About 1 inch or so in from the top and bottom. And trying to think if I want to tie it off in the middle or on the outside. I think in the middle. All right. On the inside. And you only do a 2-hole stitch here, closure. It's kind of hard to get it tight. You got to be careful. Okay, there we go. We'll do a bow. All right, there we go. Easy as that, guys. I think I want to throw a little bit more color around the edges. Since we cut those edges off. Okay. And let's go through the prompts. I need to make sure I've got everything before we go on. So we've got tall. So for tall, I've got the tall lighthouse. Teacup and teapot, we've got that. Coffee, I've got coffee dyed paper on the back of here, as well as coffee in this cup here. Furniture, we've got a picnic table and bench. Beach, we've got the beach scene. And balloon, we've got the balloon. Isn't that cute? But also I'm looking at this. This is tall. Nice, tall, long piece of paper. I'm wondering. I wouldn't mind putting that under here. So I'm going to fold this in half. I got it out, so I might as well use it. Okay. Trying to tuck it underneath. That is, I think that finishes it off nicely, don't you? Okay, I'm gonna go for it. See if I can get it on straight. All right, I'm gonna pull it close to me for a second and see if I can work it back in there nice and straight. And I think I got it. Okay, cut it off there and there, smooth it out. And then reinforce this edge with some glue. All right. Yeah, I think that adds a little something to the notepad. Very nice. Some of that color to the back. And I'm just trying to think. I could try and cover that up a little bit. It doesn't quite do it. Okay, we're not going to worry about it. I think that's good. But to make the notebook itself just look a little bit better, I brought in this decorative edge punch, and I thought we would do a quick cut on the corners. Very cute. Bring this closer to me. Oh, doesn't want to cut. Let's see. Too many papers. It's always something. Goodness gracious. And this is a Fiskars brand. Man, I've only got 3 pieces of paper in there. And it barely cuts 3 pieces of paper. Goodness. It's frustrating. All right, there we go. Oops, still missed one, didn't I? All right. And we can throw a little color around there. Hit that. Don't want them to be too blank, you know, just too stark white. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but add a little something. Okay, and to finish it off, I have these small script stamps. It says joy, wish, always, and grateful. And I love this challenge for this reason as well, because it's making me pull out things that I haven't used in a while. I can't remember the last time I used this stamp set, and I absolutely love it. I thought we'd just joy. Wish. Always. Grateful. And run back through again. Joy. Wish. Always. That worked out really well. And grateful. There we go. How about that, guys? A cute, quick, and easy notepad for writing, journaling, whatever we want to do. And this can be a little tie closure. It's kind of bulky. No, I'm not liking that. But you know what else I just thought of? We could just close it with a paper clip for right now, because I didn't really think of a closure. And I've got, look at this, guys. How wonderful is this? Hold on, I'll show you. Just a second, as soon as I can get it out. And it fits with the scene. It's a altered paper clip with a seashell on it. Oh, perfect. It's like it was meant to be. Let's put it down here though, I think. I just thought of one more aspect that we can include on this beautiful page is, I've got this. Let me see how this is going to look. We may have to stop there, but let me just try this. Because you're supposed to tie down your balloons, right? So I wonder if, let's do a couple knots and make it look like we've tied the balloon down. I don't know how that's going to look. Oop. That's quite a bit of glue. We don't need all that. And maybe they tied it to the bench. We gotta assume they've got the little weight sandbag things, but maybe they've, just for extra measure, they put this little piece and attached it to their table. I don't think that's a bad idea. Okay, I like it. Oh my goodness. I think that came out much better than I anticipated. All right, guys. Tall. This is for, and I used this little slender piece of paper as a prompt for tall as well. Teacup, teapot, coffee, coffee stained paper, beach, and balloon. And we've made a cute little collage scene for a cover of a notepad. Just use some scraps and I think it is adorable. And using a seashell paperclip for closure. I love it. All right, guys, I hope you guys liked the make today. Let me move everything out the way before I let you go. Let's pull our prompts for next week. And let me grab my bowl. Guys in here. Shake, shake, shake. All right, let's roll the dice, see what we get. 4. Okay, at least not another 6 this time. All right, let's see what we can pull out. Another shake. Not looking. One, 2, 3, and 4. All right, let's see what we got. Leaves. It's getting to be fall. It's a good one. Clock. Bug. Okay. Bug season's about over. Have to find a bug. And this one tore on me, but it says a vehicle. Okay. So those are our prompts for next week. Leaves, clock, bug, and vehicle. All right, let's get creative, guys. Thank you so very much for stopping by my channel. I hope you guys like the notepad that we made together today using the prompts from this week: tall, teacup or teapot, coffee, furniture, beach, and balloon. And these are our prompts for next week. They will get discarded so they don't have to be reused again in this series. Thank you so very much. I'd love to hear from you. If at all you found something of value in this video today, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Feel free to join in at any time if you feel like doing so. And I will see you soon. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye.